Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Firefly Tarot. We're going to take a quick look into what you need to know this week. It's a little late as I'm posting this, but I wanted to squeeze this reading in for advice and guidance for this week. So we have here the 4 groups. As always, the timestamps are below. And group number 1 is the Amethyst Heart. And this is the Wandering Star Tarot, which I'll just be getting advice from at first, and then I'll switch to the other deck most likely. So group number 2 is Aquamarine. Group number 3 is the Tiger's Eye Worry Stone. And group number 4 is the Labradorite Angel. Okay, so just take as much time as you need. And whenever you guys are ready, I will see you at your reading. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 1, which is the Amethyst Heart. So as I mentioned in the intro, this is the Wandering Star Tarot, and I think even before I get the messages, I think I want to get advice for you and kind of zero in on that advice, maybe something we can like put a sticky note on if I'm lucky here. So let's take a look. Spirit, this reading is for group number 1, our Amethyst Heart group. Please and thank you. What do they need to know this week? Your best advice for them, Spirit. Thank you. Okay. Spirit, what is the number 1 biggest advice you have for group 1 this week? And these have words on them, so I'm hoping that'll resonate. Okay. I'm not sure how I want to do this because the first thing that I was drawn to with this card was actually the face, but let me see. So we have here the Creator, and it says no. And then here we have 6 of Swords. It says explore, discovery, and moving on. And then here, King of Wands, we have honor, standards, wisdom, motivation. Okay, so let's take a look. I think for 30% of you, you may need to say no this week, but please do not, please take that as it resonates, only if it fits with your intuition, okay? That would be more of if there's something obviously that you cannot handle if in terms of obligations, if there's something this week that you just really weren't feeling and you didn't even want to do or get into, but maybe you feel guilty of saying no. If that's something you do often, that might be direct advice for some of you there. And another thing for the no card, the Creator no card, it could be something about timing. There has been this crazy energy lately. I really don't know what's going on. I'm sure a lot of you have some great explanations. Maybe it's something astrological or something like that. But it's been a crazy time, and there is still something shifting. I see immediately the storm, and I just felt like something was still on its way. You know, like maybe the storm was passing through, and maybe we're not quite there yet. So just be a little cautious and discerning this week of what you say yes or no to. That might even be internal for the rest of you, okay? So something where we're saying no to, like internally. Okay, now going back to these. So if we're getting advice here, besides that, this is giving me quite a wistful kind of, it's not exactly a sad energy, but it does feel like you're really trying to contemplate something. Maybe there is something you're trying to move on from or still discover and explore about. And maybe it does have to do with your own sense of motivation. So I don't know. There is like this sad, regretful almost feeling that I'm getting from this, but I think that this energy, I have to say, I feel like this energy is going to come to an end soon where you will have much more clarity in, I'm hoping the next week or 2 or so. But we are going to see a little bit more clarity with this other deck because I want to get clear messages. Sometimes when I use different decks, it confuses me. So let's keep these here for a second. Spirit, moving forward into just this week, our group number 1, our amethyst heart group. What energies, please, are coming towards them in the area of self first? Thank you. It's the same energy. See, that's really interesting. It did link up there at the bottom of the deck as well. So this week, I'm not sure if you're already feeling this energy. It could be a sad energy. It could be a remorseful energy, or someone else feeling remorseful near you. Maybe there was a sense of loss or disappointment, something like that. But like I said, I think it's mainly because of this. I think it's mainly because of something not completely aligned just yet. But I do think that the alignment is on its way, like actually rapidly on its way, especially being that we're coming upon the middle of the midpoint of the year, and we are coming upon a change of season as well, with the upcoming change of season this month. What is it, the solstice or the equinox or whatnot is coming, and it just feels like energetically that there will be some type of a shift. I'm drawn to these flowers here too, so it could be some sort of a rebirthing energy too. And this is probably not a surprise. I think you've been kind of going through this for a while. I think there has been a shift that has been ongoing, and I understand that's very frustrating, and that's probably why the face looks like this a little bit there. But the bird makes me feel like there's this guide really close to you trying to tell you everything is going to be okay. Please have faith and just just keep going. Really taking it one day at a time, as they say, is really needed here. Stay grounded this week as well with the King of Pentacles, because that's the best thing that you can do. If things are shifting in a weird way around us, we can stay grounded, hopefully. Anything else coming towards them this week in the area of self? See, it's there. It is there. The Tower is pretty much the same energy I was getting from this card. So there it is. There could be some hidden shifting happening within yourself as well. But remember, I did mention that the alignment is on its way, and they did suggest that one more time here with the Two of Cups balance. Some kind of self-communication too, could be self-love, of course, but I feel like this week you're really going to be talking to yourself in a way that's meaningful and profound. I don't know if you've done it before, but for some reason, and for a good 70% of you or higher, I'm getting that this is happening on Thursday. So I don't know if something sparked this. I don't know if something is happening externally to result in this, but we shall see in the next poll. But as far as this goes, it kind of just feels like it's this internal, like, I don't know if it's happening in your subconscious, or it could even be deep within your soul, that there is a shifting and this realignment, reorienting happening deep within your being. So I don't even think that this is within the mental health. I think that this is much deeper, to the point where I can't even access it in this reading. So it's probably on a soul level. Something just completely mysterious to your being, but it is happening. And I think that that's why you might look and feel like this. For some of you, either now or up until, like, let's say Wednesday-ish, there could be this feeling of blah, like, why do I feel like this? Why do I feel so tired and groggy and like head fog or this or that? And of course there could be other reasons. Maybe it's physical, maybe there's something going on, but if we are looking at it strictly from an energy standpoint, I think that this has a lot to do with it, which then might extend towards the physical and environmental pieces of your life. Okay. Whew. So I'm going to leave it there for that part of the reading. So let's take a look at if something is happening in the outer realm that will clear this up just a smidge. Okay. Spirit, in their outer realm, outer world, moving forward into just this week, please, what do they need to know? What energies are coming towards them in their outer world? Let's say like work or career or finance or personal life, love life, friendship, family, anything. What's coming towards them in their outer world that we need to know just this week? That Star card is looking really good, okay, as your first card. I felt immediately that this, I don't know if it's already happened because I'm a little late with the reading. This could have already happened today, it does give me Monday vibes, but it could be Monday, Tuesday for some of you, where maybe it was either peaceful or something relieving, kind of relieving happened. I don't know in what way. It could have been, it even could have been internal, even though I'm trying to check for the outside. Yeah, there's something healing here. So this is towards the beginning of the week, if it's not already happening, where there's something more peaceful. So there's a lack of chaos. There's a lack of like external craziness going on in the beginning of the week, which is good for me to see that. Okay, let's see. So we have the Five of Swords. We have the Six of Swords, which is the same card over there. We have the Queen of Wands, and over there we had the King. And then this Two of Cups again. So, okay. This is mixing with your previous spread. It's showing that there is some kind of conflict that is moving away. We are transitioning from conflict. Someone here is rising in their power and confidence, which again could be you. But I don't know if you're interconnected with somebody in your energy field. There could be a loved one here, or someone close to you. And what I'm getting from that energy, again, we have this sense of something equalizing. So in your outer world, thankfully, I'm not seeing anything too... I'm really not seeing anything out of the ordinary here. I really think that it was more internal, and it might have alarmed you if you felt bad, like if you felt disoriented or heavy or upset or, you know, whatever it was. But I think in your outer world, it's really not going to show you too much of anything different. It does, again, look like there's some balancing, healing, conversation happening with someone close to you. Is there anything of importance to know about that part? There is going to be, like, if there was some type of, I'll say this, if there was minor conflict in your life, okay, only if it was more of the day-to-day or some type of minor or lesser conflict in your life, that is going to be fading away. It's going to be clearing up. If it was bigger conflict, then obviously that's a case-by-case basis, but for the most part, a majority of you, if there was some lesser conflict going on, it's really going to fade and it's going to clear up. What do we need to know about the Two of Cups? There should be some conversation this week. I don't know if you were waiting for that, but there should be some important conversation this week with someone that matters to you. Yeah, see, they confirmed it right here. Someone was thinking about this, probably you as well were thinking about it and just wanting some sort of clarity. I do see that happening. I do see that happening around Thursday, which is kind of similar to that previous spread. But this one's not guaranteed. It can happen anywhere from Wednesday to Friday, I think, for some of you. I think. Yeah. It might vary a little bit, but that's what I'm feeling. Okay. Anything else? Yeah, I'm not really seeing like any significant out of place events happen, which in this case is a good thing because there was a lot of that, you know, again, there was like that stormy energy from the spread. But we have the Nine of Pentacles. This is good. Someone here is feeling really good about themselves and their confidence and just like feeling brighter about the future, feeling more optimistic. Again, shared energy, possibly. Can we have any significant events this week, or is that it? Is there anything else that they need to know about? It's just going to keep going. You're going to have a really strong end to your week. Instead of a strong start, it's like towards the end, it's really gaining and climbing very quickly. And that is what I saw before. There will be a little bit of divine intervention this week too, in small ways, and for some of you in a really big way if you felt stuck, I think. Okay, that's for a majority of you. We have the Chariot. We also have on the bottom the Page of Pentacles, I noticed. The Empress. So yeah, it is going to gain in traction, in power, in positive light, bright energy. I don't know if that's going to coincide with the weather for you as well, if that is something that affects you or was meant to be significant this week for some reason. The Five of Cups is, where's this coming from? What is the message here? I feel like someone's hiding. Yeah. Okay, that was eerie because as I said that, we got the Seven of Swords. Someone has been hiding here. I don't know if someone's hiding their sadness. Someone's literally hiding their face. This happened by accident. Did you notice the Five of Cups covered this person here on the Two of Cups? Someone has been hiding. what they really wanted to say, or hiding sadness, kind of closing up within themselves. Okay, so again, either that's you or someone you're dealing with. Okay, so that being said, what is the final advice for that piece? They keep focusing on that connection, and that's the most important highlight, I suppose, for this week for you all. What is the advice, final advice for the Two of Cups situation, please? Nothing is going to be more powerful this week than your own intuition of what to do. So if you already felt and already even decided what you want to do, you are being encouraged to just do that, because actually it's probably going to be in your highest good anyway. I think you are going to see some positive results from that decision or that intuition. If that has not already come to you, it probably will by tomorrow. That's what they said. Finally, we have, so there might be some patience needed for certain results to come through, but you can either take action or, kind of move forward a little bit on your own. But if you are looking for certain results in a bigger scale or with another person, that might take some more time to unfold it. But I still see an overall positive energy potential here, especially if you're dealing with some other person. Can we have any final messages of advice or guidance for group 1 about this week, or anything else just in their path? Thank you, Spirit. Okay. So final advice. Oh my gosh, the Five of Cups again, and now the Three of Swords. My goodness, look at that. There's someone's really struggling here. It says loss, leaving, and sorrow, and this one says heartbreak, sorrow, and grief. So group 1, I'm really sorry if you have been going through this. I obviously I wouldn't really know. If that is the case, my recommendation is the same as it always is. It's like, take as much time as you need to do any kind of healing. Definitely always lean upon your guides for, like, you can ask them for strength and for courage, or maybe to help you release, and let go of some burdens or whatever it is. But otherwise, the good news is that we did see from the first message that this is going to be transitioning soon. So I kind of feel like, especially with the word grief, just in the word itself, like I do think of that ending of a cycle, the death card. I think of some sort of a new beginning and rebirth. And I did mention something about the seasons in the beginning too. So I am taking this as, if it's difficult now, I can see it matches with the collective energy we may be in. But the shift, I was noting it, that the shift should be on its way. Remember, something wasn't aligned, but that transition should be coming soon. So, yeah, so that's what I'm seeing. Again, work with your guides. They really are ready to help you. Okay, so group 1, that is what I'm seeing for now. Feel free to let me know below how things are going. I sincerely hope that things get better for you soon if it has been a struggle. And if you want, you can take a look at my channel and my past videos. If there's any advice or any guidance that you might need, if you happen to scroll through and be drawn to any video, you can certainly check any of those out. I hope that it helps. So thank you guys so much. If you want a personal reading instead, the link is always below. But sending you blessings, and I will see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 2, which is the aquamarine. So for this deck, the Wandering Star deck, I'm going to start off with it, and I might also end with it as well, either for advice or just a starting message, and then I'll use the writer to not confuse myself. Spirit, this reading is for group 2. Please and thank you. What do they need to know this week? What is your first most important message for them just in this week? Yeah, it has been a crazy time lately. I don't know if I even said that in the intro, but if anybody knows about astrology and energy shifts and stuff, please let us know. It's been really a hectic month, or like probably more than that, actually. Spirit, what is your starting message for group 2? Thank you. So we have the Three of Cups, family, friends, joy, abundance. I mean, really all I heard from that was I'm here for you, or actually we're here for you. I don't know if you hear that a lot. If you happen to hear messages a lot about your spirit guides or angels or anything, I think that that's just really being confirmed here that you're not alone. Now, I am called to tell you, maybe 20% of you, if you were drawn to group number 4, I said the word angel. I wonder if some of you were drawn to group 4. If you were, it might be interesting to watch that as well. Spirit, what is your starting message? Thank you. This is not, of course, only with spirit guides. I mean, there could be a strong connection to loved ones this week as well, but we'll see. Okay, that was a chunk. Hang on. These are hard to shuffle. Can we have just one card, please? There we go. And then we have the Mother Star, yes. On the bottom it says yes. So just to contrast, that card and the other one is actually one of the unique cards of this deck. And just to let you know, group 1 got no and you guys got yes. So I find that interesting. So maybe there's something of a yes this week that you're meant to go towards. And I am being drawn to the pentacle necklace that she's wearing, or yeah. So maybe there is an opportunity this week. I'm already getting a much more positive energy for you guys. And there's like an openness to this energy. So if there happens to be an opportunity for you where either work, finances, career, something in the physical realm, I kind of feel like the universe and your guides are saying, yes, go for it. But obviously it's up to your intuition. And also you may have already had some thoughts about that, about doing something or saying yes to something, you know, saying yes to the universe, that sort of a thing. Spirit, moving forward into just this week, what energies are coming towards group 2 in the area of self? Thank you. Aquamarine. Yeah, they said kind of pretty much something very similar here. I think that you're looking into the future, or you're looking at your own present as well, but there's a sense of optimism. I think maybe some of you are trying to calculate something as well. We have the Knight of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, in the area of self. Thank you. I kind of feel like some of you, I don't really feel like there's a stuck energy. Some of you I know might feel like you are stuck, but I kind of feel like this is a little bit more of trying to stay in one place, actually. I don't know for what reason. But then we have the Magician card here. Maybe you're so aware and finally tuned into timing, you know, divine timing, divine alignment, taking action. You will not be scared or afraid at all to take action when it happens, when it comes to that point. I do not see you hesitating at all. Maybe you have been hesitating prior. I don't know about that part, but in terms of this future energy, I really see you taking some sort of stance, or stand even, of leadership and courage as well, like very passionate there. Just for this week, what energies are coming towards event self? Thank you. Yeah, we have more courage and even faith for yourself and your path. I see the similarity here with the is that just called an infinity sign maybe? Maybe there's this sense of purpose, destiny, calling that you've had for a very long time. The number 5 kind of came to me for some reason. I don't know why. I kind of look at this. I've never seen this pattern ever. So this is a first for me, like just seeing these side by side in this particular way. I feel as though they're saying that there's something attached to you in terms of, again, either it could be a higher calling, it could be an idea, it could be a vision. But I feel like this is as loyal to you as the lion is to this lady. Like, it's just not going to leave you. And yeah, and that really confirms this for me too. Kind of just like really feeling out when is the time going to be right to move forward in some way. Can you tell us just for this week any other messages about self, anything else that they need to know? They are talking about vision again with this card. I was noting the third eye on the animal. I don't know what that is, a tiger maybe? So yeah, they said something again about vision. So it could be, I don't know, I thought maybe there was something with dreams there, actually. So we have the Eight of Cups, we have the Sun, we have the Queen of Pentacles. I'm getting a really mature energy from you guys, especially from here. I really feel a sense of careful, practical kind of steps being taken here. Remember I said that you're being calculated. That's actually a huge advantage in this case. Sometimes obviously we can overthink, but here I feel like this is you being very thoughtful and considerate and, again, logical in a sense of making things happen. Like, the intuition has always been there. The vision probably has always been there. But in terms of making it happen in the real world, you're being really smart about this. I do see some opening of a joyful energy too. I saw that right from the beginning, actually. Eight of Cups, the Sun. I'm just wondering if what the Eight of Cups is. So is, like, what is the Eight of Cups? Are they moving on from something? Are they traveling? Are they, what is this? Is there movement? Oh, okay. They're trying to say you have moved on from some really heavy challenge already. I don't know if you feel that way, though. Some of you might be a little bit doubtful of this, yet I think if you look a little deeper, or if you just ask yourself the question in a genuine, truthful way, you might actually say, no, that's totally true. Even if you don't consciously always go to that immediately, I think that if you were to look at it, you would actually feel really happy with your own individual state or progress thus far. Okay. Or you will this week. Like, that's all I can say, or you will this week. But yeah, there used to be a lot of struggle here, I think, with maybe anxiety, with bad habits, mental health, fears, all kinds of different things that could have kept you feeling chained, perhaps. Okay. But the amount of strength that you've gained is really, it's really remarkable. That's the word they used. So I feel like this is going to be a good week for you in terms of how you're feeling, in terms of perhaps your confidence level. Yeah, so let's see if there's anything out of the ordinary in your outer world this time. Spirit, moving forward into just this week, is there anything in their outer world that we need to know about, that they need guidance on? Anything, let's say, at work or home, personal relationships? What do they need to know? Thank you. Okay, that was a very obvious reversed card. You guys probably know how I feel about reversed cards. I don't really bother, but so we have the Three of Wands, we have the Five of Swords, the Seven of Wands. Who does this have to do with a situation or a person? That's curious. There could be a difference of opinion, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. What does this have to do with? Oh, that's interesting. At first, I didn't see any person, but there could be. I think it's a split message. I think for some of you, it could be situational. Actually, for a lesser number of you, I think you might be dealing with a person. Yeah, there's a bit of a clash of energy here, for sure. Maybe I would have said Monday or Tuesday, but I'm already at the end of my Monday here. So this could be towards like the beginning of your week still. It kind of just looks like there's some conflict. It's not anything too crazy, I don't think. I think that there's like a little bit of battle, conflict energy. Maybe someone is like pushing back and forth. It's really confusing. In itself is confusing. What is the advice? What do they need to know about the advice? Oh, I mean, the advice is pretty clear, actually, no pun intended. Just to have clarity. There must be clear communication this week, especially towards the beginning of your week, especially if you're dealing with another person and you start to see that there is a miscommunication. If it's not with another person, it even could be a situation. And in that case, you could actually speak clarity into the universe, and help this, whatever's going on here. Because there could be a little bit of like, this doesn't feel anything that's too significant in a spiritual way, but it feels more of like the day-to-day sort of hassles or annoyances. And with just you using clarity energetically, you can prevent this. So let me try one more time. Everyone's thing is so different. That's why it probably came out that way. Spirit, can we have a final message about that confusion energy that may occur this week for them? The advice, and what might this have to do with? What's the area of their life that this is affecting potentially? It's not a guarantee for that. So basically it's showing a little bit of, I kind of feel like it was your own power, will, confidence, or desire. And there was a little bit of a holdup, and it was because something wasn't quite balanced, okay? So again, it could be for some of you with a person. For others of you, it could have been just a situation. I don't think it's with yourself. I think there's some energy force that's pushing back on you in the next 2 or 3 days, let's say. Or they could. But it's okay. It was meant to kind of balance itself out. Anything final about that part? Yeah, it's going to clear up. It's not anything permanent at all. So if there is a little bit of jumbled energy this week, especially in the beginning of the week, it should clear up. Remember to maybe even use an affirmation. Just speak the energy, and I think it will help right away. If you want to know more about energy healing and energy work, you can check my description. I talk about it there, and a lot of it is just thoughts, speaking things into existence, stuff like that. Spirit, moving forward into just this week, anything else of significance that's happening that we need to know about, be prepared for in any area of their life? That Strength card is back. And finally, again, here it is. I just think that there is, they said the same thing, actually. This week might feel or look a little disjointed in the outer world for some reason. Maybe it's like a little bit off of your regular schedule. It could be something like something out of the ordinary did happen. People are trying to get back to their normal flow. But again, it's really not going to affect you. The strength is still there. Your mindset is still there. It just might feel, again, like this up and down. So it could be in multiple areas. It might be at work. It might be at home. It might be with people. Anything else specific now for them? Same card as before. So there will be, regardless, there will still be support for you available, even if things are kind of wonky. Again, we have the whole thing about scales here. Final message for this deck. Yeah, I'm really seeing spiritually that it's going to be completely sound, very, very balanced. Even the way that you can kind of see the balance that this random spread created, you know, like you're solid. You're really, really not affected, or you won't be affected. Can we have any final advice, message, or guidance for group number 2 in just this week? What do they need to know? Thank you, Spirit. Okay. So we have the Knight of Pentacles, which we did see before, and we have prosperity, benefits, and investment. I really love that, because remember in the beginning I was like, no, sometimes I see certain card combos as blockage or stuckness, but I didn't see that, and this I like. So they're saying that you are creating some sort of investment that will lead to a lot of prosperity and benefit, I think, for sure. And this is such a positive. Even the artwork is really very beautiful. And then finally we have the Three of Wands. Okay, we have action, adventure, luck. Yeah, action, adventure, and luck here. And you can see you're looking into the future with those binoculars there. Is that what that's called? I haven't, my brain, I just realized I haven't said that word in years. But anyways, yeah, so like you're looking into the future with like, again, I feel like a sense of awe, wonderment, optimism, and stuff like that. And I'm not sure what you guys have cooking up and stuff in your path, but I really think that you're putting in a lot of hard work, and I don't see why it wouldn't, you know, amount to something great. So just keep going with that flow, keep trusting yourself, and keep believing in your own stability of spirit and of your progress. It's really adding up to something for sure. Okay, so I was a little confused, group 2, but I hope that this made sense. You can let me know below, but I do hope that, of course, it was helpful in some way. And if you guys would prefer a personal reading, the link is below. Okay, so thank you guys so much. Sending you blessings, and I will see you next time. Okay, take care. Bye-bye. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 3, which is the Tiger's Eye Worry Stone. So Spirit, this is for group 3, please and thank you. We're just gonna get a starter message or, you know, advice, and then I'll switch decks, and then I'll come back to this one at the end. Okay, so Spirit, what is your first message? What is your starting message or advice for group number 3, our Tiger's Eye Worry Stone? Thank you. Okay. A lot of you may be a bit preoccupied this week by something. This is definitely a card that says, oh, I'm in my head. So it says frustration, anxiety, trapped here up top. I feel like many of you are going to be thinking of the infinite amount of possibilities too. Because I suppose that's technically the case, that an infinite amount of things can happen. So many different variables could happen, and as such, we have the blindfold. It's actually, ironically, preventing you from seeing a truth, I think, is what they said. It does look like, you know, it does look like some feeling of being trapped, or at least kind of stuck, you know, maybe a little bit of a feeling of being in limbo as well. I don't know anything about what this is just yet, but that could be relevant for you all. And I think the implied advice from that card is you may need to remove that blindfold, and I'll explain that, in order to see the truth. So now I would say the best way to try to do that, I think, is to not operate from the space of fear, and instead to look at it from just a different perspective. So whether you're looking at it from a space of having faith within either the universe or your guides or like whatever it is, and try to, yeah, maybe just to have a bit of faith and, I was going to say faith and surrender, but I feel like that's not the right word today. To have some faith that things are happening for a reason, to have faith that, you know, things will work out somehow. But I think that the fear could be coming from a wanting of, like, let me try to hold on to something, or maybe a wanting of control of a situation that is out of your control, maybe. But that ironically is creating the blindfold in the cage, so they want you to free yourself from that. So I feel like you guys did get a solid piece of advice, which was free yourself, free your mind. Okay, so anything else from this deck before we switch it up? I also think you would really benefit from, not to say distracting yourself, but definitely to shift your focus to some of your other senses. Because the reason I thought that was because I have a candle lit and I just randomly smelled the scent, and I was like, oh, okay. For that moment, I was in a different part of myself. I wasn't in my brain, I was more in my senses. So if you can, do something that takes you out of your head and you're more in your other senses, maybe physically, maybe spiritually, I think it'll really be helpful. So we have 3 cards here. I kind of did that by accident. We have the Star. It says guiding light, inspiration, faith, and hope, as well as, well, actually, miracles, infinite energy. There was a lot of words there. And that's beautiful. I mean, definitely. I feel like this is the advice to take right there, just in this one card. Really wonderful. We have 7 of Wands, challenge, and courage. Okay, I think that you've proven a lot of courage thus far. And then we have 6 of Wands, victory, glory, triumph. That's probably obviously where you're headed. So it just kind of showed us a lot right there. This is where your eyes are open. This is where you're feeling calm. You're feeling centered. Okay, so another piece of, I think, implied advice is maybe to center yourself through just meditating. I know a lot of people don't like to hear that, but honestly, it works so well when we actually do it. Okay, that's my experience, at least. Spirit, moving forward into just this week, what energies are coming towards them in self? Thank you. Okay. This is really going around. I just think that this collective energy, if you guys know about astrology, energy forecast, please let us know, because this is really going around. A lot of people have been feeling this way. This Five of Cups, where I don't know if there's a particular three-dimensional struggle for some of you, for many of you actually, or if it's more of a feeling, more of a mood shift, something like that. But it can get really, really heavy. So I don't think it's just like one person. If you're watching, I don't think it's just you. I really feel like this is all of us for some reason. And if you do know the reason, please let me know. What do we need to know this week? Area of self, group 3, Tiger's Eye, Worry Stone. Same card as before. See? That's probably why, at least for a lot of you. I know obviously some of you, it could be something you're environmentally going through, perhaps. It could be connected, but this Eight of Swords to come up again so soon, it is showing us the one more time saying, like, I'm in my head. So really try to be mindful of that and see if you can transition to getting yourself out of your head, not trying to think so much about the past and the future. You know, we really can only do anything about just today. You know, we can't do more than that. We're here now, you know, and that's hard to master. It's very difficult, but just to be aware, I think should be helpful. This week, self. Thank you. Well, this is good. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Let's see anything else. I think some of you are getting advice this week from a mysterious source. Yes, it could be a real person, but I think a lot of you, by Wednesday, you might be getting some type of strange psychic communication. And weirdly enough, I have a video for that. It's recent. If you want to check it out, just scroll backwards on my channel. What psychic communication is trying to reach you. There could be a guide, could be a guardian angel, could be a random person or animal, like a sign, that some type of communication or message is meant to come to you by Wednesday-ish, I think. I think for 90% of you, it's Wednesday. And I think it's going to help. I mean, I don't know what this is that's meant to come through, but I am seeing here something is going to lift your spirits like night and day. This is really going to shift you. I don't know if it was only because of this. Of course, it could have been something else. It could have even been your own encouragement, and that's always nice. I think that some of you really encouraged yourself. Maybe you broke free of something. So I think you did free your mind, which is so good to see it live happening here. Anything else in self? Others of you, I think that you realized a fear that you had and how you no longer need to fear that thing. That's exactly what happened for some of you, I think, here. And thus we have the Fool card. Okay, so we do have the new beginning. Some other group, I forget which one, got Thursday as well. This could be Thursday, Friday for a lot of you. Yeah, that's the cusp I'm feeling is, actually, I mean, it could be Thursday to like the weekend-ish, like whatever you consider weekend, could be coming in there, but it's going to feel so much better. So we started out a little bit, you know, feeling kind of rough and trapped and stuff like that. But look, this is the total opposite of trapped. I mean, look at the Fool. He's free. He's at the edge of the cliff. He's about to fly free into his potential. And that's what's happening, okay? I am curious to see how your outer world is going to be affected. So let's see if there's anything that we need to know about. Spirit, moving forward, what do they need to know this week? What's coming towards them in their outer world? Let's say either at work, at home, with relationships, anything outside of themselves. You have this bird. I keep seeing this bird. Did I see it? I saw it on the Nine of Pentacles. I thought I saw it another time aside from this bird, but I just, there was another card that had a bird on it, didn't it? I lost it. But whatever it is, I still think it's part of this strange communication that's meant to come to you. But here, actually, you know what? It does look like a dream, even here. It has like this fog around it. But we'll see. We'll see. Anything else in their outer world that's happening this week that they need to know about? You probably are going to see something kind of stabilizing in your outer world this week. Something's working out. Something could be, like, for example, if we're talking about something with work or even at home, something that could have easily been a headache, or something that may have previously been kind of disjointed or messy or cluttered or something like that, is all of a sudden going to start to work out. I think it's going to make sense. There's going to be a strengthening or a stabilizing of that particular thing, and therefore you're going to be feeling safe and more secure about it. And that'll happen this week for those of you that resonates. Anything else this week? What's happening in their outer world? Okay, this again. What's going on there? What's the Five of Cups? Oh, okay. I don't know about that. I don't know if maybe you heard of some type of news from far away. That could be a possibility. We have the Five of Cups. We have the Two of Wands, King and Page. Well, actually, it's like this: King of Wands, Page of Wands. Can you tell us what's going on with the King of Wands and the energy that Group 3 will be receiving, possibly from King of Wands? I kind of see you might be unfazed by something. Maybe there was some disruption or disturbance that maybe usually happens, or was even meant to happen, but I'm actually not seeing you disturbed by this. Had it happened earlier, maybe. What is the Five of Cups, please? What is this? Don't know what this is. This could have just been some sort of communication. So this week there is a chance, not for 100% of you, I don't think, but if it's relevant, check. Maybe look out for this one. I think that some of you, there could be some news that you're hearing this week from someone, and it might have in any other circumstance disrupted you or made you feel some type of way, like upset or something. It was coming from afar, perhaps, but I'm not seeing that it's bothering you for some reason. Like, you're actually either you're taking it very well, where someone is saying something that should have bothered you, or maybe you're over it, something could have happened like that. Who is this? Who is this King of Wands, please? What's going on here? I don't know if it's like someone who's childish, or there's a child involved with this person. But they're coming in hot, like they're coming in fast, and they're trying to kind of push you a little bit. I don't want to assume that the King of Wands is a bit like impulsive or hot-tempered. I usually see him as that way, or them as this way. But in this case, for some of you, it could be that. Others of you, it could just be that you it was unexpected, and all of a sudden someone came through to deliver some type of communication. Any other final message about the King of Wands situation and the Five of Cups situation? Thank you. There's nothing else. It's just, the only advice is just to try to, if this is relevant, try to respond in a way that's very clear and speaking from a place of truth, which just means you're not speaking from a place of anything overly emotional or like upset. You're just speaking clearly. Otherwise, I'm not seeing you affected. I'm actually seeing you prevail over something here. And I do see you're protected by something this week too, if something was meant to happen. Any other final thing that might happen this week that they might need to know about, Spirit? You actually didn't even really need to know about that, but maybe they told you just to show you your own growth or something. Otherwise, I think it's A-okay with the Ace of Cups. I think that there's a healing going on this week, or like a friendly, loving energy towards the end of the week for you. Especially towards yourself, actually. Yeah, I think that it's really more towards yourself, or with possibly a situation or person where it previously was cold. There's a warmth coming in, so that's really, really good. But that was like a random little blurb. Any final advice, Spirit, for group number 3 for this week? Okay. This is advice now, okay? Because we got the Tower card. I bet you're not surprised to see this. It says destruction, enlightenment, and release. I think that is the advice right there. Depending on what stage you're in, if you're ready, there is a releasing, a big releasing that can happen for you this week. But when I saw this fire or the smoke, I actually kind of thought about when I sage. I don't really do it a lot. But I know that if I need to sage, it's like I really need to do it. It's like it's a necessity at that point. So maybe some advice here is to cleanse your energy if you need to. Well, actually, not even if you need. Just maybe just do it. Everybody needs to do it. I think it would be good. For me, I just open up the windows. I do the sage. I have a feather. I use bells to break up the stagnant energy. I use my own like the sprays for cleansing. What else? If you don't have any of those things, you can even just do visualization. If you happen to have maybe quartz or selenite, you can use that as well. I don't know. If you guys have any other tips, please let me know. But I thought of cleansing here, and after the Tower falls, we have the construction of the new energy. And then finally we have here Two of Pentacles. It says harmony and balance. Crisp and clear message there. This doesn't look like the Rider Two of Pentacles. This does look balanced. This does look like someone is completely centered and feeling really calm. So if you want to feel that way, if you don't feel that way by a certain point, you can certainly create that feeling. So cleansing is a great way. Grounding, meditating, balancing, anything with nature. Even just using a simple affirmation. I am balanced. I create harmony, or something with those words, I think. But like, seems like I don't know if you're in a complicated mix this week, but please let me know what happens or what's happening so I can make sense of this. But group 3, that is what I have for you for today. I hope some of it was helpful. Thank you so much. If you want a personal reading, the link is below, and if you feel like subscribing, you can do that. Thank you guys once more, and sending you blessings. Okay, I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 4, which is the labradorite angel. So I felt compelled to say this, even though I didn't say it to the others. Try to only watch these readings if you feel called to, because especially something that's time sensitive. If you don't feel it, that's okay. You know, it might even be for a different time frame randomly. Just always go with your intuition. Spirit, this reading is for group number 4. Our labradorite angel group, please and thank you. What do they need to know this week? I'm just going to start off with either advice or just a starting message, and then I'll switch decks and I'll come back to this at the end. Spirit, what is your starting message for group 4? Thank you. So we have the Tower, and we have the 7 of Wands. Then we have the King of Swords. So if you are not happy to see the Tower, I totally get that. The group right before you actually got this, and I think that, as I was mentioning, I think in the intro, for some reason, this month in particular has been really strange. The time frame recently, I think, has been really strange. I'm not sure if it's some energy forecast thing. Maybe it's the midpoint of the year. Maybe it's the season change coming up. I think whatever, the solstice, this and that. I don't know what it is, but you're not alone if you have been experiencing some kind of strange things or crazy stuff lately. But here we have words. Okay, we have destruction, enlightenment, and release. Okay, so I don't know if you've already gone through some of these stages, but here we have challenge and courage, which is a wonderful thing. Your guides or a spirit is just trying to say that through the challenges you have shown that type of courage, and you're really standing tall, kind of unwavering too in this card. And then finally with the King of Swords, we have ambition, power, and influence. Okay, so that's really great. Again, it's sort of like, here it feels very stoic. in terms of the energy. And again, it's the same thing. Look, they're even holding the object in the same exact way, like very unwavering, very centered, calm. Some of you may not feel that way just yet. I don't know if some of you actually feel a little bit numb, but either way, I think that this is what's happening internally. So let's see how this all connects. Spirit, moving forward into just this week, what energies are coming towards group 4 in the area of self? Thank you. Just in self. If this was a week of you dealing with yourself, pretending like, if it's like even an outside person, it feels like you want to give yourself something, but I don't think you accepted it for some reason. And here you're even kind of turning away from it and saying like, no, let's not do that. Let's not either think about that, or let's not be open to it. And I don't know what it is. Kind of getting those vibes here too at the bottom of the deck. Let me see. Spirit, what is this? What's going on here with the with this energy? I'm wondering if you would even notice this happening too, if that's the case. It's interesting. Yeah, this is all kind of giving me the same vibe. Like, something is more, I think, like beneath the surface. I am getting a vibe of like, I want to really stay in my own cocoon. I want to just keep to myself. I want to like, not like to say you're really doing, you're not like being the hermit in a, I don't think it's like a spiritual thing this week. I think you may want to just like really be in your shell or something. And what's the reason for that? What's the real reason for that? You may not want to really deal with anybody this week, group 4. I don't know if that's the case. Let's see. So I'm asking about the reasoning for it, and I kind of think that, I mean, yes, there could be a conscious level reason for this, where you just want to be left alone, or, you know, you're just not in the mood, something like that. But I think on a deeper level, if we're looking at the real reason, like meaning the core underlying reason, I actually think it's because of, there's something happening within the soul or subconscious level for you this week. Anything else that we need to know about this? This was a lot more complicated than I thought it would be. This is supposed to be the easy part. Okay. There's a lot going on here. Okay. I kind of feel like you are heading towards some type of personal success, but group 4, I'm getting a split energy here. And I think it may have to do with either choice / free will, or maybe just readiness and openness for something. I can't even really read this clearly for you if the energy is like kind of pushing away. So I want to do this in a different way, and I've had to do this before, so please excuse me, group 4. I'm going to use my handmade deck, the Child Tarot, because I feel like honestly it's like just so much more inviting, and it's like happy smiling children. You can't, well, not that one, you know, you can't really like be mad at them. Sorry, not to say you're mad. I don't know if you're mad. I feel like you're kind of teed off though, at something or someone. What do we need to know, please? The energy of self or the advice, please, for group 4. Spirit, can you help us out here? It's getting awkward, but for like the energy The energy is feeling like a little awkward. It's almost like awkward silence energy I'm feeling. Maybe that's something you're going to be projecting this week. There could even be, group 4, there could even be people that you're like kind of leaving hanging this week, I think. Some of you. I don't know if that's your style, or you might find that you're surprised that you're doing that. It's not even like it's a personal thing. It's just more like that you just cannot this week with people, I think. What do we need to know? Advice, or what energies are coming towards them in self, and what is the takeaway? Like, what do they need to hear? Okay. So we have, okay, that's the same card. We have the Tower card. In my deck, it's the trauma. So you can see the seed there growing into the tree. But in this case, I'm kind of feeling like there's a deep contemplation going on within you. And that, I think, is the real reason you're kind of closing yourself off. So I can completely understand that. I think thinking about more deep-seated stuff, it really does require one's fullest energy. So I completely get that. We have the Learner of Cicadas, which is the same thing as the Knight of Swords. Again, I feel like some of you, it might be, I'm not sure if you're running towards some type of action you want to take that's unrelated to this, or maybe you're running away from some particular thing. Could be. It's hard to say. You guys are hard to read, really. This has not happened before. And notice how in the beginning of the reading, I actually said something about timing, and now I can see why. I think this is not a great time to read your, like, the energy is not there, or not the energy, like, it's just not happening. But let's see. We have the Wheel, and then we have the Fireflies. So Wheel of Fortune and the Star right here. So this is good. We have some flying mysterious creatures here. You have the dragonfly, you have the ladybugs, you have the bird here, and you have the spider. Oh, not to mention the fireflies. So group 4, I think that the takeaway here is that I think that there's been some unfolding, really long message that's trying to come to you from different sources. I think that there's been this sort of like marathon alignment that's been happening to you and for you for a while. I don't know if it's been weeks, months, or even years for some of you, but it is happening. Inevitably, it's going to land somewhere. So all I can really tell you, just from my own experience, is just try to be open to it, even if it's uncomfortable. Just know that it has a positive outcome, and that there's like this feeling of hope and faith, and it will lead to something more positive. If you feel the tendency to kind of want to stay inside of like that your own space and just not want to feel open to it, just like try to reason with yourself, because this is really for your greatest good. There's something happening here for your higher good, but like, I don't know. I don't think all of you are feeling closed off to it either. I just think that maybe some of you did need to hear that message, but like, however way you feel about it, just know that some change is coming. I can literally hear the wheel going like that. Like it brought me back to childhood, like the pinwheel, you know? Some shift is happening. Sorry to get off topic there, but that kind of, I think, was needed. If you do get attracted to any of my other videos, if you just scroll through my past videos, please watch those instead. This one I feel like was really out of it. Like I just felt so out of it. So let's just double check if there's anything in your outer world that you need to be prepared for this week. Okay. Spirit, moving forward into just this week, what energies are coming towards them in their outer world, either at work, home, with people, friends, partners, anything like that? I kind of do feel like there's a chance someone's feelings might be kind of hurt this week, so I don't know if it's by you or from, like, you know, of you. I don't know what I'm even saying anymore. Just be cautious, be aware. With the Lover's card, I think that there is going to be, if there is an issue this week with people, I think that it will be reconciled or something like that, and brought to some sort of a truth, and having a clear, more loving communication. Not romantically only. I'm just saying, like, loving in the heart space sense. in their outer world, what's coming towards them this week. I think someone here or something will give you an opportunity to either take a break or have a little bit of freedom and space. And I do see you taking that freedom and space. What is this? Queen of Pentacles and Five of... Everybody got the Five of Cups. I really think that a collective thing is happening. Everybody got that. What's happening here with the Queen of Pentacles and the Five of Cups? Is there any advice for them? I think I was warning myself in the beginning of the reading. I was just like thinking, I don't know if I can do this. And that's probably what that was, because I'm really getting some all over the place messages. It's like a pinball machine. And I'm just like, I'm so disoriented. So if this is your first time watching my channel, I promise you it's not always like this. But anyway, in terms of your outer world, I'm not really seeing anything too out of the ordinary other than, you know, if you are dealing with either a loved one or someone in a general sense, I just think that there could be some imbalances there, but ultimately I think it will be fine. Let me try one more time. Spirit, is there anything other specific message that they need to know of what is coming through in their outer world this week? Anything else? Any final message? Yeah, they said kind of the same thing. I think that ultimately there will be some sort of balance, and I really don't think there's anything too out of the ordinary. I'm not seeing any. It's more of like, I think the takeaway was more of your internal energy. You might even be a little bit like deflecting certain things from happening this week because you're just really not having it, like I said, confirmed by this. So if there is anything going on, you're just like, nope, I'm not going to deal with it. Let me just kind of put a pin in that and deal with it next week or something to that effect. It's probably better that way, just because if you're not in the energy to, you know, to kind of deal with whatever, that's fine. That you know, we all need that time sometimes. Yeah, that's all they're giving me. Any final message of advice or guidance for group number 4 for just this week, or anything else that they need to know? We have the Eight of Wands. Good news, travel is what it says on the top. Well, that's great. I mean, we needed something. Some of you could be traveling within the near future. I'm not saying this week, definitely, but I think they're just trying to suggest that it could happen. But I am seeing a completely huge shift for you guys, and it even could be within the month of August if you're watching this when I'm posting it, or generally that whole time frame. And there is good news coming to you. And then we have the Six of Pentacles. Give, receive, family is what we have there. Again, I see like some type of harmonious energy, balance. And any final message for them? Oh. Okay, so finally we have Three of Pentacles. Enterprise, success, talent, teaching. We have a little heart there. This is good. I think there's a warmth there. Eight of Swords, frustration, anxiety, trapped. If this is how you feel with the Eight of Swords, and I think that a majority of you may have felt this or may be feeling this way now, please just know that it is not permanent, because like this blindfold may be on for some of you now. It is completely not permanent. We are seeing a shift right here. And here, I think that this is like a glimpse of either a vision you have now or how you may be feeling soon, where I think you're going to be feeling really good about something you were working on. It may be a little unrelated to some parts of this, but like either way, it's going to give you a boost of confidence. So that is also coming through at some point too. So again, group 4, I know this was like a little strange. It was a little completely not typically the type of reading I would see. Okay, so if you didn't feel called to this today and you watched it anyway, I don't know. I don't know if this resonated, but you can let me know, maybe give me some thoughts. If not, feel free to watch some of my old videos. But thank you guys so much. If you want a personal one instead, the link is below. Thank you once again, sending you blessings, and I will see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.